Well, hello everyone. It's me, the Lion Queen here, and today this is a bit of a discussion video. I know I've been meaning to make a video based on this topic for quite a while actually, but I'm not really too sure when this was starting to occur. But it started to occur back in, I think it was this year or maybe it was last year or something. But I think there had been a few rumors going around saying that the original Kim Possible series is going to get another season or something. But I'm not exactly too sure if it's actually going to be the case or not. Now, before I get going with, my theories and stuff like that, before I get into that, I'm going to give a little bit of background information for you guys. I mean, I don't think I've done a review on Kim Possible. Anything with Kim Possible yet on Shadows and Praise. The only time I did was the Christmas special, which I think was back in 2022. But, even then, though, that was just me talking about the Christmas special. Now, for those of you who don't know what Kim Possible is about, it's pretty much about a high school cheerleader, pretty much. She saves the world from supervillains, and of course, she has her sidekick named Ron Stoppable and his pet mole rat Rufus. And of course, they do anything to stop, to stop evil and stuff. Pretty much a pretty good show that it's been around. Of course, it's funny too. I mean, this came out back in 2002 when I was a kid. I mean, I was a kid when this show came out, and this honestly is one of the best shows I've ever seen. I mean, I have heard there are rumors going around saying that there may be a possibility that they could make more seasons of this show. Have the original cast come back and you know um do the character voices and stuff like that. I don't even really know if that's actually really true or not. It could be maybe just rumors, which is might be the case. But here's what I would like if but here's what I have to say. Kim Possible ran for, 4 seasons, from 2002 to 2006 or 7. And I used to watch this show back when I was a kid. Like, this show was definitely one of my favorites being a kid in the 2000s. This one was actually one of the best Disney shows. Of course, there is a live action TV Kim Possible movie that came out in, well, 2019. I've not seen that movie yet, so I can't really give my opinions on that one because I have not seen it yet. So I'm don't have any opinions on the live action movie yet until I've seen it for myself. So as of this moment, if you guys are wondering, have I seen it yet? The answer is no. I've not seen it yet, and I don't know if I ever have any intentions to watch it or not. Maybe I might give it a chance, but I really don't know. But I mean, this show has been animated and it's been still good, you know. It hasn't really aged a lot. I mean, looking back at this, I'm always like looking back at this show and I'm like, wow, I really used to watch that. I mean, it's one of those shows I used to watch back when I was a kid in the early 2000s. I mean, I'm sure most of you guys who grew up in the early 2000s could probably, understand or relate to, this show being the best. And it's still a good show. Even then, today, I still find this show to be, rather amazing and pretty much enjoyable to enjoy watching. This is actually one of the shows that I've been meaning to, review for Shadows and Pretties, but I'm not exactly 100% sure when that's going to be. I think I already reviewed it, but if not, I am going to have to review this series for the Shadows and Pretties. I can't even remember if I did this for Shadows and Pretties or not. I'm going to have to look back on my videos for YouTube Studio just to find out. But some people have been talking about this in the forum, and I think I saw some videos where some people had been talking about the fact that, Kim Possible has been around for a while. A lot of people really wish that, Kim Possible lasted a little longer. I mean, I really wish the show lasted a little longer because it was going so well. It was going like very well, even, when it was halfway through the show. It was still doing really well. But at the same time, though, I don't really know entirely if this show is ever going to, get more seasons. But it has been like a long time since the last time this show had ever had seasons of Kim Possible. But if it ever were to have more seasons, I honestly would definitely sit there and watch the show. Because, I used to watch the show back when I was a kid. I still watch it every now and then, like clips and all that. But even then though, the show is still always going to be one of my favorites, and this one's still a good one to this day. However, I definitely have to say that this show definitely has a lot going for, and it honestly really it really amazes me to see how well this show is. And it honestly really makes me wonder why did Disney ever go back to, why can't Disney go back to, cartoons and even, simpler shows that were just like this one? Like, I mean, why can't Disney go back to those times back when, animation was so simple, it was so unique and perfect in their own way? Like, why can't Disney, just be original nowadays and make new seasons for shows or maybe make new movies? Well, I mean, there's other videos discussing people, having their own opinions on Disney nowadays because Disney is absolutely going ape shit downhill, which is unfortunate, but still. What I have to say about this show is I used to watch this, after school and even before school on some days. I used to constantly, used to be on the television like almost every time Kim Possible was coming on, or I knew what day Kim Possible was coming on. I didn't want to miss a single episode. That was just how much of a hardcore fan I was of the show at the time. I mean, while it's still a pretty good show, even today, but at the same time, I really wish the show was still being shown on TV because Disney does not make really great shows like they used to. And that is just me being honest because, the show was just flat out amazing. And at this point, I kind of wondered myself if they really should make another season of Kim Possible. I mean, if they ever make like a fifth season of Kim Possible, I have a feeling they'll probably bring back, the original voice actors with the exception of a few that either retired or passed away or something like that. But I can definitely see if they wanted to make another season, they would definitely have no problem in doing. But at the same time, I really want to know for a full and fact is this show ever going to have more seasons? Well, the answer is I absolutely have no idea since it's been so long. Probably not, but I would really like it if this show ever got, maybe a reboot series. Like not a completely reboot series like what was it? Not like Bubble Guppy's boot style, but like kind of like the same style as this, but maybe a little bit better than how it was back then. I mean, I'm not saying that's actually going to be the case or anything, but that could be a possibility if the show ever got a reboot. I mean, I really would like, another series of Kim Possible to run, like maybe even a sequel to this series where maybe Kim and Ron grow up and probably maybe have a family or something. I would really like to see that because a lot of times I've seen fan fictions of people, writing stories involving, either Shigo and Draken having a family of their own, or Kim and Ron have their family of their own, or they grow up and, they move on with their lives or something. I mean, I really have seen a bunch of fan fictions and stuff involving that, but I kind of wonder myself if that would ever happen if Disney ever were to do like a sequel to the series. I mean, it's a possibility that Disney could do a sequel to the series, and it's possible that Disney could be lying to us saying that they're not making another Kim Possible show or something like that, but it's a possibility they could be making this, but just not telling us until the project's completed. Maybe there is a possibility that this show could either come back for more seasons, or at the very least they can maybe release more episodes and release another show. But I mean, I'm saying that they could be a possibility. I'm not exactly 100% sure if that's actually going to be the case or not, but like I said, I don't really know, because since I'm not, a director or anything of the show, I can't really say. But all we can really say is, we can just hope that maybe the show will come out with maybe more seasons or something like that. But all we can really do right now is just, use our creative imagination, fan fiction, and stuff like that for this stuff to happen, because we really don't know if the show is going to continue or not. I would have really liked this show to continue, or something like that. I mean, if this show continued, I'd like to have it continue up to like 2000 and maybe 2009 or maybe 2010. But in all due reality, I mean, that's just didn't happen. But I really wish this show could have gone on a little longer. I mean, I really like how they aged Kim and Ron, throughout the series. Like, Kim's like, I think 14 or 15 in the beginning of the show, and then she's like graduating near the end. I really like how they slowly age up the character, not like having like, you know, stay the same age, because a lot of cartoons they almost make every characters the same age. And this is what a lot of the times, not just Disney does this, but other shows and movies. They most of the time have a certain character or characters stay the same age and never grow up. But the Flintstones, on the other hand, they age Pebbles Flintstone, especially if you've seen I Yabba Dabba Doo, Holly Rockabye Baby, and even the Pebbles and Bam Bam show. They aged those characters up a bit. Which, I mean, I'm really liking the fact that they aged Kim Possible and Ron up, in each season. So then that way we get a little bit of, information as to, more character development and more background story with the characters. Which I honestly thought that was really nice that we had with this, cuz most TV shows and movies, depending on what company they are, they don't really do that. And I mean, there's rare instances where they'll age up the characters in a show. They'll be like, okay, let's age this girl or this guy up a year or two or something like that. I mean, I just feel that, it's just kind of weird, because Disney is kind of weird when it comes to how they age, certain characters and stuff like that. But if Kim Possible ever gets a new show, or maybe in this case, gets more seasons, I'd like to see more seasons of the show itself. Because honestly, I like to see maybe Kim and Ron both adults. Like, they still save the world in that, and they're still adults, and maybe we get another season involving Dr. Draken's backstory. Maybe we get to know him a little bit more as to why he turned evil. Or maybe we get backstories of Shigo. It's really hard to say. I mean, we do get a bit of backstory with Shigo, of how she got her powers. But what I mean is her family, besides her brothers. But what I mean is her parents, as to, if she ever got along with her parents or not. We really don't know, but all we can really say is that this is possibly going to be our theories as to what happened. I don't even know if she went through hell with her family, but at the same time, it doesn't really explain very much in the show, but it does give out some hints. So, with that being said, if this series ever has more seasons, I'd really like to see Kim and Ron grow up. Like, I like to see them as adults and maybe saving the world more often, or at least in this case, maybe start a family of their own, because I'd like to see Kim and Ron have a kid of their own, because I personally would like to see them having a kid, and I can honestly see them having a kid because, lots of people have made fan art of Kim and Ron. I mean, a lot of people in the fan base, like, the fan base is still active and they really want more seasons of the show. But we honestly don't know if we'll ever get another season or more seasons or not. But it's hard to really tell, actually, because we could get a possibility that Disney is making another Kim Possible show, but they're not telling us. And that could be a possibility that Disney could be lying to us, saying that, we're not getting it. But at the same time, will we ever know? Well, unfortunately, I don't even know right now. I can't say yes or no because I don't know if we're going to get another season of this show. I mean, I'd like to get another season. That would be nice if we get another season. But all we can really do right now is just maybe just use our imaginations and, read some fan fictions and stuff. Because that's pretty much all we can see of our creativity is going on. And that's one of the things we can always really look at now because of the fact that, we don't even know if this show is ever going to make another series or maybe in this case they make another season. But I personally would really like for Disney to make season 5 of Kim Possible, or maybe a new series of maybe a sequel to this series, like Kim Possible Grown Up or something. Maybe involving Kim as an adult and Ron as an adult, saving the world and stuff. I mean, if that show ever were to be the case, since it's owned by Disney, they probably make it PG or, yeah, at least G or PG. Most likely PG, because if you look at Kim Possible, some of the humor in there is a little bit, adult humor. I mean, there's some hidden adult jokes in this show that Disney managed to put in, and honestly, that is quite funny that, lots of times Disney likes to put, some adult humor in this show, and, only adults will notice, but not kids. Kids will honestly not understand, but adults would. So there is definitely that. I personally really like it. So that I personally really would like the fact that, if we could get another season of Kim Possible of the show, or we could possibly even get a new series of Kim Possible, but we really don't know because, we just really don't know if we're ever going to make more seasons of Kim Possible, or there's a possibility they could make a new show with Kim Possible, but maybe it says, like, let's say Kim Possible 5 years later, maybe, or 10 years later, maybe. I mean, that's a good possibility that we could get that, but I can't really say if that's actually going to happen or not because we don't really know. Disney is a real mystery when it comes to this kind of stuff. Now, anyways, guys, I think that's pretty much all I have to really say. I know this video is about nearly pretty much 20 minutes long. So, yeah. Anyways, what do you guys think? Do you guys agree with me that there should be either more seasons of Kim Possible, or they should make a sequel to Kim Possible, and maybe we get to see more of Kim growing up or something like that? What did you guys think? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below because I personally would like to hear what you guys think. So as always, I'm the Lion Queen. I want to thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're new to my channel, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications when it uploads so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, if you happen to be, wanting to go follow me on DeviantArt, link to my DeviantArt will be in the About page section. You can also go follow me on Twitter if you're interested in following me on Twitter. And as always, if you guys want to subscribe to my backup channel known as Miss Darkshigo, link to that will also be in the About page section, so you guys will not miss, an upload from that one. And as always, if there's something I'm missing that I did not get to, please let me know what it is in the comments below. So as always, I'm the Lion Queen. Thank you so much for watching. If I'm missing something, let me know what it is. I know I said it before, but I decided to say it again. But yeah, as always, I'll be seeing you guys all in the next video. Peace out, and like always, please roll the outro because I'm out.